Hello. I am so glad you're here today because what I'm about to share with you could generally change how your first semester of college goes. I'm Dr. Stephanie West, a reading specialist with over 30 years in education. And in all that time, one thing has stayed true. The students who struggle most in college aren't struggling because they aren't smart enough. They're struggling because no one ever taught them how to read at the college level. That is not your fault. And more importantly, it's completely fixable. So today, I want to walk you through 5 reading skills that will make the biggest difference before you walk into your first college class. These are the skills that separate students who feel confident and prepared from students who feel lost and overwhelmed, and that every single one of them could be learned. So, skill number 1, active reading. Here is something most students don't know going into college. Reading a textbook chapter is not the same as reading a novel. You can't just let your eyes move across the page and hope it sticks. Active reading means you engage with the text before you start, while you're reading, and after you finish. You set a purpose. You ask questions. You annotate. You pause when something isn't making sense and figure out why. When you read actively, you remember more, you understand more, and you walk into class ready to participate. It is a skill, and once you learn it, you'll use it in every course you ever take. Skill number 2, identifying the main idea. This sounds simple, but I promise you it trips up even the strong readers at this college level. College reasoning isn't just about knowing what a passage is about. It's about understanding the point the author is making, the central claim that everything else in the text is supporting. Here's something I teach my students that makes this so much easier. I call it the 2-3-1 formula. And once you learn it, you'll use it in every single passage you ever read. It works like this. Start with number 2. Identify the topic in just 1 to 2 words. What is this text about? Just the subject, nothing more. Then move to 3. Now develop the main idea into a full sentence that connects 2 or 3 ideas. Not just the topic, but the point being made about it. And then finally, 1. Find one supporting detail, one idea in a sentence that backs up the main idea. So 2 is the topic, 3 is the main idea, 1 is the supporting detail. It's that simple. That simple formula unlocks the heart of any text. So instead of reading a dense college paragraph and feeling like everything is equally important or nothing makes sense, you have a clear process. You know exactly what you're looking for and in what order. When you can do that, when you can look at a complicated passage and say, here's the topic, here's the main argument, and here's what is supporting it, you become a reader who can handle anything a college course throws at you. And that feeling is very powerful. Now, let's talk about skill number 3, making inferences. College texts don't always say exactly what they mean. Authors imply things. They suggest. They leave spaces for the reader to connect the dots. Inference is the ability to read between the lines, to draw a conclusion that is supported by what the text says, even when the text doesn't say it directly. This skill shows up constantly on placement tests like the Accuplacer, and it shows up in every college course you'll take. The good news, inference isn't a gift some people are born with, it's a strategy, and it can be taught. You just need someone to show you how you're to anchor your thinking in the text so you stop second guessing yourself. Now, skill number 4, academic vocabulary. College reading introduces you to language you've probably never seen before, technical terms, discipline, specific words, and academic phrases that don't show up in everyday conversations. A lot of students hit a word they don't know and completely shut down. But here's the thing, you don't need to know every word before you start. You need strategies to figure out meaning from context. You need to learn how to use the words around unfamiliar word to decode it. Stay in the passage and keep building your understanding. That skill, working through challenging vocabulary without losing your confidence, is one of the most freeing things you can develop as a reader. And now, skill number 5, evaluating arguments and evidence. This one surprises a lot of students, but it matters in every college subject: English, history, science, psychology, business, every single one. College asks you to think critically about what you read, not just what someone says, but how well they support it. Is the evidence relevant? Is this reasoning logic? Is this claim backed up, or does it just sound convincing? When you can evaluate an argument with confidence, you become a student who thinks clearly, writes better, and participates in class in a completely different way. You stop feeling like reading is something that happens to you, and you start feeling like you're in control of it. Here's what I want you to do and take away from this. These 5 skills are all learnable, all of them, and you don't have to walk into your first college class without them. This is why I created the College Reading Fast Track program. It's a 4-week program that builds each of these skills step by step in a way that is clear, manageable, and designed for where you are right now. You don't have to figure this out alone. I built this program because I believe every student deserves to start college feeling ready, not behind. If you're ready to build these skills, I'd love to help you there. Please visit HelpULearn.org to learn more and get started today. You've got this, and I'll be with you every step of the way.